Hello, welcome to day 15. Today I want to talk about something that I'm sure a lot of you can relate to, and that is this fear of being perceived a certain way by other people. And for me, it shows up in many ways. But at the end of the day, it's this need to control how people perceive me. And the way I do that is many ways, but it's by creating this performance or being who I think people want me to be, or perfectionism, which is the avoidance of negative outcomes. So only doing things that I know I'll be good at or be perceived in a certain way for doing, and really avoiding anything else that really challenges. Or it could show up in people pleasing, pretending to or doing things for people because you feel like you need their approval or validation. And so there's so many different strategies that there's this trying to control how other people perceive me shows up. And the other way is the high achieving, the high performer. I got so much validation growing up and approval from peers and teachers and everyone around me and adults for achieving, for being the good boy who looks after people and does these things, and who puts in a lot of effort and works hard and does the right thing. And it's funny, that word right thing, right? Because it's the right thing that they wanted you to do, not what maybe you actually wanted to do, because that's the sacrifice. When you give up as a kid your true self, your wants and your needs to survive, which we all do as kids. It's a part of being human. This isn't blaming anyone. No one's special here. We give up ourselves and start to perform or learn what gets us what we want. It's a selfish thing. It's what the ego does to survive. It's how it fits in and survives. But everyone has different tactics, but there's a lot of us out there that are the high performers, the high achievers, the perfectionists, the whatever it is. And it's just really about this control, this need to be perceived a certain way. And so a big thing that this is coming up for me is, at the moment, is selling, because I've started my own business. So learning to sell and pitch to people and being perceived like as such a vulnerable position, because I can't control how they're going to perceive me for selling to them, because I have perceived people who have sold to me before as needy and like annoying. And so it's a whole new world. But that's the whole thing, this journey that I've been on for the last 10 years now, is about telling the truth. And for so long, I hid who I really was. And 10 years ago, I even created an Instagram account and hid my identity to start to share my truth about what I thought and what I wanted and who I was. And probably took until four years ago to really start telling the world the truth about who I was, and starting the podcast. And even just saying verbally what I wanted was such a task for me, because my mind is constantly scanning, thinking, how is everyone in this room, who's going to watch this, is going to perceive me? And you can tell as that's why I do this, is to share and connect with people who might be going through something similar, and share my journey and maybe help people. But mainly because I am doing the thing. You know what I mean? Like, modeling, doing the thing is the greatest way I can learn and help people. And so that's why it's not easy. It might look like it's easy for me to get up here and speak on these videos, but it was a long journey to get here, to tell myself the truth and actually do what I actually want. And I love doing this stuff, but I never would have worked out that I love doing the podcast, and I love talking on camera. I love working one-on-one with people and coaching them and just hearing their story and their journey. Never would have worked that out unless I told the truth. I got stuck in the performance, the achieving, getting the validation. The way I got people's validation was, earning money, working hard, being this successful one that the society wants us to be successful. But that came at a cost, because I knew I was lying. I knew I was doing what I didn't want to do. And yeah. So now I wake up every single day and I tell myself the truth. What do I actually want to do? And I focus my energy on that. Even if I have to go and do something that I might not have chosen, I make sure I am me when I'm doing it. It's not the circumstance, it's not the people. It's how I experience the world. It's who I am in the world that I focus on. And because I can't control. Control is an illusion. That's the funniest thing about this whole thing. Even all these behaviors that I learned to control how people perceive me, I can't control it. It's all fake anyway. It's not up to me to determine how people see me. And that game will destroy you. And it destroyed me. And it's not like I've conquered this game and I know it all. But I still practice every day. I still go back to that fear and worry about people perceiving me every day at times. But the more I practice and the more I face fears, the more I take action, the more I do stuff like this and I focus my energy on what I want, the more peace I feel and acceptance and non-resistance. And it doesn't come up that often anymore, which is really cool. And at the moment I'm selling and I'm pitching to people. So, and this is my offer. It's essentially how to be you and go after what you actually want instead of performing. And it's hard because you have to sacrifice the illusion of certainty, and it feels like you need that performance because it comes from that core wound of unworthiness that I've talked about. But it's a lie. You are worthy just as you are. You actually don't need to do anything. There is nothing you need to do to be loved and worthy. You're worthy just as you are. You're a human being that's beautiful and deserves everything in the world. You don't need to do anything, but it takes practice and effort to really truly believe that and to dissolve that belief that you're not worthy and that you need to perform or be someone else to be worthy and accepted. That's why I've created a course called Trust You. I'll put the link down below, but if you're interested, if you want to call or a chat to find out more, let me know. Otherwise, the link's below. Send me an email, sign up, who knows, take a risk, do something cool, come jam with me, come create the life you want today, because I guarantee you the power that I feel just in being me instead of trying to force my life. Just the energy I feel is truly incredible. That's real freedom.